Hello, my name's Doug Rogers with Remax Coastal Properties here in beautiful Destin, Florida. Thanks for taking just a minute to watch this video. Hope you get some value out of it. If you do, please hit that subscribe button right there. And anyway, kind of a stormy day, so if you hear thunder in the background, that's not my broker yelling at me. That's, I guess, God yelling at me, but maybe that's worse. But anywho, so what I want to talk to, we get this question pretty often. Well, Doug, we want to sell our condo this year. Should we just wait till the end of peak season to sell it, or should we sell it now? Does it make sense to even put it on the market? In other words, with it being so busy? And the answer to that is yes. So if it makes sense for you guys to hold on to it till September, October, and then hit the market, do that. Nothing, stuff sells year round. If you'd rather kind of cash in some of the equity now, do that. And so if you do decide to list during peak tourist season, we get experience through trial and error. And some of the things I've learned to do, first of all, very high quality photos. An agent running into your $700,000 condo with an iPhone 3, that's not going to get the job done. Professional high quality photos highlighting the key benefits to your particular unit. They're a must. I like to put a floor plan if I can. And a lot of times the sign calls we get off of these these listings, it's people that have actually stayed in the building before. So a question I often get is, hey, what does the view look like from the patio? And so we just have our photographer really highlight that, so we can say, hey, reference photo 11, it's right there. So we get some high quality photos, maybe a floor plan. I don't embed video though, and more on that reason here in just a second, but high quality photos. And then we coordinate with whoever your professional property manager is for showing. So typically the turnover day is Saturday, although that can vary. And so the guest will check out at 10 o'clock. I like to call and let them know a few days in ahead that I plan on coming in during that gap before the next guest arriving. And, I never hold them to it, but I always say, hey, well, are we first on the cleaning list, in the middle, or near the end? And if they know that, a lot of times, especially if you have a relationship with them, they'll tell you, hey, you're number 3 on the list, so I'll sharpshoot it. I'll come over around 12, 12:30. I don't come much later than that, because if the new guest coming in arrives early, we want to respect that and let them enjoy your unit. So hopefully they'll make a reservation back for next year, right? Just in case it didn't sell. So we coordinate with the property manager for access, pretty easy. And then we brag with data. So, most of the people buying these units in a resort condo, they're an investment. Maybe they live there part of the year, but, they're there to generate money. So I love being able to tell a prospective buyer, it's going to be hard getting you in the next few days. This condo is generating money, and this is peak season, so that owner's enjoying a lot of profit from this. So I can try to squeeze you in, blah, blah, blah. But that actually, I've had buyers tell me, Doug, that's what did it, was the fact that this thing wasn't available in mid-June for us to stroll into. It shows us, it demonstrates that it's making money. So I like to get the current property manager to give us data for the past couple of years, but also forecast out what they think it'll do next year. And then I get another company or two to run their own set of data, and I give all that to the buyer and say, hey, here's what we think it'll do. We can't promise it, but here's some projections we have for next year. If we do have a gap, and sometimes a property manager will call you and say, hey, we got a family, they want to come to your condo, they can't afford 7 nights, they want to do 5. You want to let them sneak in there. Well, the odds of getting a 2-day rental in there to replace that gap is pretty low. But if we find out you have a gap, oftentimes I'll run over there and do a pop-in open house. You'd be shocked at how many people buy a condo. They actually stay in the resort for a couple of years. They get comfortable with it, and if we can go knock on some doors, not bother people, but just in the common areas, maybe say, hey, we're having an open house in unit 1304, come get some snacks. It's a good thing to do. Why wouldn't you do that? So, and then I also try to coordinate with other listing agents, and so I like to get the feedback they're receiving, and so it helps create a picture. Hey, this is what we've had between the 5 of us. We've had 7 showings in the past 2 weeks, and here's the feedback we're all kind of getting, and it just creates a better picture, and it helps us help you. So if you want to sell that house during peak season, don't be afraid. Pick up that phone, 318-613-1994. I'm Doug Rogers with Remax Coastal Properties here in beautiful Destin, Florida. Make it a great day.